Hello. I rushed back and there's a pause. So it's a bit premature, but we are going to have Endpoint coming up against Nemiga. I'm sorry about me eating. Just about finishing off something to eat between the maps. Hope I've not grossed anyone out already, but it is Endpoint coming up against Nemiga. Both of these teams winning out their initial matches of the playoffs. Endpoint beating out alternate attacks. And Nemiga beat Hellraisers. Both of them 2-0s. So it could be a very interesting game here between these two sides. I'll have to wait and see those. We do have this pause as we just wait for the game to get live. So this is the upper bracket game between for the MDL playoffs. So I think it's we start at round of 6. No, is it round of 16? Is it round of 16 or is it round of 8? I think it's round of 8. Yeah, it's round of 8. Quarterfinals. Yeah. Why am I being so silly? So this is the semi-finals now. For the MDL playoffs. Unless I'm being really, really stupid. Which I don't think I am. I don't think I'm being that stupid. I'm not sure why we do have a pause. Hopefully it'll come to an end soon and we can get into this matchup. This is Endpoint's map pick and they will be starting on the T side. While Nemiga will be on the CT side. And we do have the pause coming to an end just as I'm about to go for a drink of Fanta. I'm going to go for it anyway. Wish me luck. We are live. Ready to get going, and it's Vertigo. Nemiga starting out on the defense. MDS taking a huge amount of damage early. Does go down to Surreal's P250. Nice nade from return, though. Well, nade in return from Boxic. Just took down a few plays, but Thomas catching a second kill. It's Lollipop to fall over by the A ramp. Endpoint with a 2-player advantage already on there. Map takes pistol wrap. Oh my lord, Thomas, that was crisp. A third kill coming through for Endpoint, and they're going to get the bomb down here. I don't think Speedic can do anything to save his team here. It's just him and Boxic, but now just him. He gets one. His teammate falling, and Thomas is going to try and look for this final shot. Does get it. 3 kills in a round. Surreal with the other 2. So a Swift. Oh, excuse. We're off to a flying start. A swift start to the pistol round. And it's just Nemiga force buying their way into this next one. 4 Deagles are 5-7 to work with. Nice shot though from Jayo. Deagle answers for 1. A second kill coming through as well. Endpoint trying to play around the smoke. It's not working out whatsoever. So somehow Nemiga found themselves a quick 2-player advantage into this force by Endpoint. We're trying to play aggressive towards the A ramp, get caught out around the smoke. That leaves him in a very awkward position. Luckily, no weapon salvage for the Nemiga side yet. Although it's entirely possible they can go and collect something. It's now Endpoint going to be pushing in towards the site. Surreal able to get one, but Lollipop and MDS, the Deagles, answer back with a couple more leaves. Just Surreal 1 versus 4. And with 1 bullet in the mag, he tries to fight 2. Switching over to the P250, he will get taken down. Anyway, with Nemiga fighting back with the pistol buy of Deagles. Keep 4 players alive as well, taking away everything from the Endpoint side. Works out wonders for them. Now Nemiga in the driving seat. They've got 3 AKs, MP9, UMP. Lollipop's going to be able to open things up initially here for Nemiga. Stronghold towards this A ramp yet again. From the Nemiga side, and a big nade onto Surreal. Excuse me, does plenty of damage. God, I really shouldn't have tried to eat food that quickly between the games, but needs must and all that. Mighty Max does answer back with one on the Deagle himself. 4 on 4 now as Endpoint going to try and take a round back into their control and try and take that lead once again that Nemiga have stolen away. Or at least taken away. Nemiga just tied up here. Don't actually have the lead themselves. As Endpoint do look like they want to try and push this A site. And player over by the sandbags. Crucial though. Dealing with the player over and Ivy leaves Jayo free to try and find a few kills. That is exquisite. A quick free K coming through for Jayo over by the sandbags. Left on just 16 points of health. But with only Mighty Max left alive for the Endpoint side. Going to be a very tough round to try and work out here, and a tag down as well. Speed at close by. Just finish things off with the UMP. And Nemiga do take the lead now, 2-1. This is Endpoint's map pick. And Nemiga choosing to start on the CT side. Just Endpoint now with just Glocks to try and find anything here. Boxic gets the opening. It's probably not going to be much coming through for Endpoint as Boxic just nails 4 of them. Just Thomas left who was able to find 1, but Jayo peeking out. Secures the final and Nemiga clean at 3rd there, only losing Boxic. It's a pretty simple round, all things considered. They mostly run into Boxic's cross there. He does have to make a few adjustments, but it's a nice spray down nonetheless. Endpoint with the full buy. They've got 4 AKs, a Galil, but Nemiga speed act with that AWP. It's probably going to be enough to win the round out unless Boxic wins it out for them. With the rifle finding Thomas through the edge of the smoke. A huge opening kill to find an Endpoint once again. Losing the advantage over towards this A ramp. Down a player. Do they decide to try and press their chances towards A, or do they try and regroup over towards B? It looks like they're going to try and push towards A nonetheless, despite that opening frag going the other way. A little bit of damage in return from Endpoint, but it's really not going to be so much of a factor here. Jayo just taking about 25. That's only a quarter of his health gone. He's got plenty more to work with as he starts to push in, and he's in and out of quad angle as well. Does give himself up. The nade though in return, he's going to try and hold back those approaching T's. As they push forward, they will use the utility to try and give them a approach. Jayo finds one before he is traded. Now Lollipop over and Ivy. Him and Boxic just absolutely annihilate the push, leaving just Crucial. Can't do anything. Nice 4th for Nemiga here. Pressing their advantage against Endpoint early on in this round. In this game, sorry. And a little bit of a knife there. A little friendly stab from Thomas onto the IGL. Mighty Max. As MDS does just find the opening kill. This should be a pretty simple round for Nemiga. Just 4 pistols now to deal with. And really not much to work with here for the Endpoint side. Especially as Crucial gets his head cut off. Only 3 more ready to take that peek. And MDS peeks wide. Finds one. An aid comes in onto Thomas's head, tucks him down quite a bit. Boxic will finish that kill off, leaving just Mighty Max, so 1 versus 4. I really don't think he's going to be able to find anything here. I mean, he has the bomb. He might be able to find a kill. Not even that. Jayo takes him down, and another pretty solid round for Nemiga. They're hardly losing anyone at this point. The rounds just keep stacking up for them. And a full buy though from Endpoint. It's the best they've had so far. The AWP for Crucial, 4 AK-47s. If they can, let's see if they can actually make something work here. I mean, if they can't get something working at this point, it's going to be a very tough half for Endpoint here. It's going to be Nemiga on 7 before Endpoint are going to be able to answer back again. MDS in an advanced position as well, underneath the stairs towards B. Might catch out one of these Endpoint players. Crucial pushes through. He's able to find the opening. Boxig taken down over in mid. A nice open pick for Endpoint. Can they consolidate this now? Need to pick up this round and try and do it cleanly as well. Nemiga do have pretty decent backing already. A couple players above 8k, and MDS not far off that either. So they've got a couple buys in them still before they're going to be completely broken. A lot of work for Endpoint to do. Definitely looking like they want to push this ASAC now as they start their approach. Speedak on the site behind the boxes, ready to make his approach, but Robin with a quick double. Jayo did find one lollipop up above the boxes still, but Mighty Max coming in from the flank from mid is going to be able to shut that down, leaving just MDS a 1 versus 3. Can he find anything here? Does take down Robin, so he's doing economic damage here, but Thomas catches him out. And a second now on the board for Endpoint. With their first proper gun round, they make it work. As I said, Nemiga still got plenty of money in the bank. Speedak's going to get that AWP up again. They've got the 4 rifles. They can get another buy up here as well afterwards. Though Lollipop might not be able to get too much. Bit of an awkward fight towards the B site. Goes 1 for 1, but MDS doing a lot of damage there. Surreal down low. Endpoint really need to take this round. They can't allow Nemiga to fight back here and take a 6th. Endpoint need to start stringing a few rounds up. And they want to try and keep the money up themselves as well. So having only 2 players surviving like they did last time isn't going to work out, especially as Boxig and Speedak. Well, they just absolutely shut down that the site approach, so it is going to be the 6th for Nemiga. No chance for Endpoint there whatsoever. A 3k from Boxig on the defense. Nemiga looking in control of the CT side right now. It's really not working out for these Endpoint players who are going to have to go for the pistols once again. 4 Deagles, Thomas on a Tech 9. Seen rounds like these work out, especially against alternate attacks earlier on today. Was the previous match, but Nemiga looking at like a much sharper beast here. MDS trying to find an opening kill, will be given it. Surreal gets taken down. Robin falls shortly afterwards as well. So now just 3 alive for Endpoint in this round. Nemiga going to be having a nice boost to their economy here, especially if they can keep all 5 players alive. Just Thomas remains, Tech 9 in hand, and MDS around the corner, waiting to find the final frag. Thomas now makes noise and pushes forward. Is actually able to take down MDS, picks up the M4, but doesn't have the bomb. That's over in mid. And Thomas is going to have a couple players charging him from behind pretty soon. He needs to be careful, but Speedak's up. Is the man in front that does shut him down. So a 7th now for Nemiga. Very strong half already for this CT side by Nemiga. 5 rounds of difference, but Endpoint with another full buy. We'll see if they can now start to maybe pick up some rounds here. They did win out one with their full buy last time. Similar buy to this one, but couldn't quite get the follow-up. I mean, they got pretty much dismantled on the follow-up. Endpoint really needs to find the opening kill here. They've time and time again. It's been Nemiga, especially over towards that A ramp, that have been able to get the opening. Surreal, that's a nice opening kill. Boxig trades out though. Will the camera ever switch? Crucial looking for something as well towards this B site, but might get caught by Boxig around the smoke. He's played so effortlessly on this B site, Boxig. He just knows every single angle to take, and Speedak finding Thomas aggressive towards the A site leaves just 2 alive for Endpoint as he found the opening, but nothing else. Speedak will get forced back in towards Ivy. And Lollipop now stepping up to the mark as well. Everybody from Nemiga just looking so proficient right now. 8-2. This might be a quick first map. If it keeps going at this rate, a pause is taken. Endpoint, what do they decide to do here? They've got not great money, put it bluntly. Surreal's at 4.9, but the rest of the team around 3.4 there. It's not enough for a full buy. They're going to go for a half buy here, get a full buy in the next round. Obviously, the loss bonus is high, so they get in 3.5k in each round without a bomb plant. Something needs to change here for Endpoint. Looking just, I don't know, doesn't even look like it's necessarily a bad game plan. The Nemiga just look like they've just got the counter for everything, just every single shot hitting for them. Not giving any chances to Endpoint here in the majority of these rounds, but still plenty of time left for Endpoint to maybe forge a comeback on this T side. MDS once again aggressive towards the B stairs. Hoping to find an opening frag once more, but nothing given up just yet. Still searching, hoping. Surreal to the left and a couple players to the right. He might get triple peeked here. He is going to get taken down. No damage done. It's Surreal who finds the opening kill. Endpoint gifted a weapon as well. Are they going to be able to make use of this, or are Nemiga going to be able to rein in this round once again? They've done so well at making sure that Endpoint aren't able to capitalize on these little advantages that they find. Now Endpoint heading this towards this A site. 2 players in defense right now. Lollipop and Speed. Oh, sorry, not Speed, actually. Jayo, and Lollipop gets a quick double. Thomas eventually replies back with one. Jayo still holding his ground. 1 versus 2 as they push forward, but Surreal's going to be the one to take him down. And Speedak 3 kills now for Surreal in this round. Leaves just Boxig a 1 versus 2 in a round that was just pistols from Endpoint. Is Boxig going to be able to do this? Does take down the first, loses half his HP. Surreal's next in line, and he's currently playing over towards Ivy. But wrapping around towards the ramp, is Boxig going to be prepared for this one? Does he expect the ramp play? Taps the bomb. Surreal isn't going to peek just yet. Waits a couple of seconds and then takes a swing, and Boxig will get his head torn off. So Endpoint do find themselves a third finally. As a round with just pistols works out for the Endpoint side, they'll be able to get the full buy in this round. Saving over one of those M4s as well is a nice little bonus, though it doesn't help them out too much in the grand scheme of things in terms of the economy, because there's still the 4 players who do need to buy. But they had enough saved from the last round either way to get this full buy. No war might be a bit of a hindrance. I mean, I'd say Speedak has been a bit of a nuisance for them, but everybody so far from the Nemiga side has been a bit of a nuisance for these Endpoint players, and it's just a carpet of Molotovs towards the A ramp, denies any push from Endpoint. Lollipop spotting out one head, and now Nemiga gonna go aggressive down the ramp as well, trying to force Endpoint back in towards his choke point, as his Molotov's gonna be coming through still. Smoke as well. Endpoint using their own utility now to force Nemiga back. It's just a attrition war at this point. Who's going to be able to hold the ground the longest, as Thomas is able to find the opening kill, gets one, spots out Lollipop over towards the wall as well. A spam through it is actually going to be able to take down the kill. Boxing finds one, and a second one as well over towards the A site. He's just as proficient towards as he is towards the B. Eventually crucial. Does it take him down, brings things into the 3-on-2. Robin just wary of a flank from behind that will not be coming. So looks like they might be heading the way over towards B, as Surreal is going to be clearing that side of the map out. Surreal is such an advanced position. MDS has absolutely no idea on that one. Leaving just Speedak, probably to save this AWP. So Endpoint now finding a 4th round. Some consecutive rounds coming through here for the Endpoint side.
Terrorists win.
Nemiga, though, already a pretty strong start on this Vertigo defense. I mean, 8 rounds in quick succession to start things off. They were looking so strong. Boxig is on 17-7 right now. He is just an absolute weapon, along with the M4 he's carrying. And actually, Endpoint, off the back of that round, have forced Nemiga into to use up all of their economy here. A couple of MP9s, a couple of AWPs, and an M4 for Boxig. But Jayo is going to be able to open things up with that secondary up over towards the A ramp yet again. Nemiga not out with this one, not going to allow Endpoint to a 5th without a fuss. Approach towards the B site, gifted a little bit of a frag by MDS, who's caught with the edge of the smoke. Surreal, a lovely angle to find Speedak on the AWP there. Through the bottom of the catwalk, he finds him, leaving in an advantage for Endpoint now. As he push forward, another kill comes through. Mighty Max secures one, and a lovely second. Some nice little twisted and turning, jumping and shouting from Mighty Max. Does secure a 4-on-1 with just Jayo left alive. Trying to find something with the AWP in mid. Cyclops mode. And Nemiga really want to try and save this AWP here. They don't have any money in reserve. The loss bonus is starting to build up for them, but it's not at max. Look up around so that it gets to max for them. After being so successful in the opening stages, can Jao keep hold of this AWP? Yes, he can. Takes down Mighty Max, and it will just be Endpoint to secure a 5th. Few players surviving for them as well. Nice carries into the next round. They will be able to get the full buy going once again. Well, Nemiga probably just going to have to take a bit of a half buy around this AWP, buy a few pistols up to support Jayo. You're not going to be able to get the full buy up to get the weapons in the next round. Allow Endpoint the 6th, but try and fight your way to a 9th for the final round. That seems like a smart plan, rather than wasting it all on this round here and then potentially screwing yourself in the next round as well. This AWP might be able to pose a few problems for Endpoint, but as they push towards the B site, that is where it's not located. It is going to be over towards A. Kills coming through from Endpoint as Speedak just burns in the Molotov. Doesn't want anything to do with this world anymore. 5 on 3. That'll probably going to get saved into the next round once again. As I said, it's a nice weapon to have. And, well, it's gone. Okay, why is Jayu taking that angle? Crucial's just absolutely nailed him, and now they don't have the AWP. It's going to be up to Lollipop to try and take the AWP back. But Mighty Max is holding that, so Nemiga giving up the AWP there. A bit of a waste from Jayo. Boxig's trying to find anything towards the T or towards the B stairs, but I think he's just going to go down to the bomb here. Actually, no, he took hardly any damage from that. Holy crap. Expected to take a lot more there. Why would there be Russians in an English stream? I don't know. Bread jokes? Probably. Talk about baguettes? Who knows? I mean, another reason you might find a Russian in this chat would just be I don't know, actually. Maybe they don't like the Russian caster, or who knows. But a quick 1-for-1 trade. Boxig's going to go down the ladder as his teammates do bring it into the 3-on-3. He's able to catch the bomb from behind. Robin caught out. Boxig's going to deploy a smoke on the catwalk as well, giving him such a huge advantage. Now Boxig and MDS in a very strong position. They can both of them hold this bomb. Smoke's holding Endpoint back for a little bit long, but there's 50 seconds still on the clock for them to work with, and Speedak over towards the A ramp as well. Got them in a bit of a sandwich as he does catch Mighty Max looking the wrong way. It's all up towards Thomas. That Molotov goes a bit too far. That allows Thomas to take the peak as he will actually get taken down either way. MDS finishes him off, so Nemiga pick up the 9th round there at the end of play. 3-round lead after what was a strong start. A very strong start. 8-2 beginning. Endpoint are able to pick up about 4 there. And make it a more even keel going into the second half. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of a munch of pizza again. It's been a long day. Got straight home from work. Hopped onto the first best of 3. Had about 15 minutes between that best of 3 and this best of 3. And, yeah, I decided to have a bit of a munch of pizza. Also wish my mother a happy birthday, which took up a bit of time, but I love her, so had to be done. Casting just sounds better in British. In English. Yeah, it does actually. Casting is a lot better in English. Especially when it's coming from someone called Danchan. Anybody know who that is? Anybody know who Danchan is? Either way, whether you know him or not, you should give him a follow on Twitter. And while you're at it, also follow Team Endpoint. As I hear they're pretty cool as well. We've got some fire memes on their Twitter. And, well, Max has some fire shots coming out on the USP. MDS, though, answers back with a couple of his own on the Glock, showing that 2 can tango certainly in this match. Nemiga going to be getting the bomb down here to try and find themselves a 10th. Boxig just get taken down though after getting the bomb down. And it's just MDS and Lollipop now to try and defend this bomb as the timer starts to work its way down. The smoke starts to fade, and that gives Endpoint side that a little chance of pushing in now. And MDS getting taken down. He did get the dink onto Crucial, which makes things a little bit easier for his teammate Lollipop, but a 1 versus 3. He gets another dink through, finished off both of the 2 players, but Robin just been sticking the defuse with the kit. Finds Endpoint the 7th as they pick up both pistol rounds in this game, but still only sits 7-9. Oh, don't worry, as a caster, I have encountered many mad betters for pretty much every team in existence. It's a rampant just it's a rampant just virus. You know what I say? If you're not willing to lose the money, don't be willing to lose the money by gambling, by betting, whatever you want to call it. Either way, I mean, Nemiga have gambled on a full buy in this round. It's working out, so maybe gambling does pay. No, it doesn't pay off. Please don't gamble. Gamble responsibly. Just Robin and Surreal left, who are going to have to save. What a round for Nemiga. Again, second time around, they're going to be just answering straight back against this Endpoint side after they find the pistol. It's a bit of a blunder, to quote Henry G. Why have they done that? I mean, they just got absolutely railed over towards A site mostly. Didn't really work out for them. Nemiga just masters of getting these forced by victories. Endpoint are going to be in a tough situation going forward. As Nemiga are going to have 5 rifles of themselves. All of them huddle up over towards the corner. Careful not to fall off, but find a bit of a friendly chit-chat while they're at it. Yes, Lucas, I never said it's a bad thing. I actually quite enjoy it a lot of the time. It's kind of funny. It just reminds me about how mentally stable I am. Sorry, that was harsh. That was a bit harsh. Nah, I mean, like, I don't care about betters unless they start just being rude, obnoxious, that sort of stuff. Then it's a bit annoying. But yeah, you encounter them everywhere. It's just something you get used to after a while. But our Endpoint going to be able to get used to the hit towards the A site. Doesn't look like it. A Speedak is able to take down the opening kill. Still crucial though, hiding in the smoke. He might be able to make himself known at some point. No, never mind. Boxing through the smoke finishes him off, and there's just kills coming in everywhere. Just Thomas left alive, and he's going to get blocked here shortly. Thomas has just made a run for it. 6 points of health. Bomb planted. I'm just going to try and save this Deagle and armor. I mean, you can carry it into the next round, maybe do a bit of damage with it. It's better than just running into a 1-on-5 without a chance in the world. I mean, if you can keep the Deagle into the next round, the kit as well, it might give Endpoint a chance to do a bit of damage in the next round. I mean, the Deagle can definitely find a kill or two. If Thomas can sort of hit some nice shots. It's not going to be easy, though. Not going to be easy. Am I only casting Endpoints matches? On this channel, yes. On this channel, I only cast Endpoint matches because it's an Endpoint Twitch channel. But no, as a caster, I do lots of other stuff as well. I'm not only Endpoint. And yeah, the maps command hasn't been updated yet, and this is Endpoint's map pick. So yeah, Nemiga in a strong position here on Endpoint's map pick, and we'll see if, with this pushing towards mid Endpoint, can they find anything here. I'm sure this would have been heard by Nemiga, so they're probably ready for the aggression coming from behind. Do have to be careful though. The bomb is going to get planted with no fuss though. Like Max, just around the corner, might be able to catch a player. Boxig doesn't look like he's sort of ready for this angle, but with the rifle should be able to find it either way, and he will. No armor for Mighty Max makes things very difficult. Crucial's eventually able to find one. A couple pistols remain. Can Thomas find anything? No, he can't. Just a bit of damage onto Jayu, leaving Surreal. 1 versus 4. Long range with USP. Can he hit anything? No, definitely not. Nemiga secure themselves a pretty convincing 12th as Endpoint, floundering on this map pick of Vertigo. Excuse me, Lucas. The guy that is casting has a name, you know. I'm not an object. I'm an individual. I'll tell you what, though. Robin and Surreal have found themselves a couple individual frags, and Surreal's actually going to double that one up as well. Just look to Speedak and Lollipop to try and find something here for Nemiga, and trying to ignite Endpoint 8. But, well, that was brutal. Cold blooded from Mighty Mac, just up straight to the back of the head, an MP9 volley of bullets. Leaves Lollipop in the dirt. And just Speedak remains, a Galil in hand. Crucial probably going to be able to take his head off, and he will. And 8 does come through for Endpoint. They keep themselves in this game, denying Nemiga getting too far away, as they make it 4 rounds of difference. You don't know what my name is. You know my name, but not my story. No, it's all the way around. You know my story, but not my name. You don't know my story either, actually. I am Danchan. If you do !caster in the chat, you can find my Twitter. If you enjoy my casting, you can drop me a follow. If not, drop me some hate. I feed off the hate. Also follow Endpoint, their Twitch and Twitter at Team Endpoint. I do eat takeout every single night. I've literally still got pizza on my desk. Actually, where's it gone? Oh, it's over there, yeah. So yeah, that's... Now you know who I am, Lucas. Now you can call me by my name and not the caster man. Endpoint in a pretty solid position in this round. Boxig, Speedak and Jayo left in a disadvantage. Just a one-man disadvantage, though. There's still definitely potential. Try and pull this one back as they try and approach this A site. Mighty Mac's actually going to be going aggressive instead. And Speedak's going to be the one to fall victim. The AWP not ready. And Mighty Mac's looked like he might be able to hit that second shot as well, but Jayu ready to find it instead. And now Thomas is going to be the aggression instead. Taking up the mantle of his teammates. Now, corpse-ridden position. Jayu, absolutely no idea. Leaving just Boxig. 1 versus 3. And Thomas shuts that one down with a nice 2k. 9 on the board now for Endpoint. They close things up once more. And Crucial is going to have the AWP up here as well. So that's a nice carry forward into this round to try and get them into double digits. Nemiga going to be on the 5 AK-47s. No AWP for them. So we'll see maybe Crucial's AWP could be a deciding factor in this one. It can definitely have a lot of impact. Crucial. And where we go. There's the impact. There's the impact very early on. Just as I say his name. It's like Beetlejuice. Say it 3 times and he's going to haunt your dreams. Haunt your nightmares and frag you over and over again. So be careful with that one. Luckily though for Nemiga, it's just the one for now. This can still answer back. 1:20 on the clock. Endpoint definitely not going to be feeling like they are out of this game. Just 3 rounds behind, potentially on a round to pull them just to 2 rounds behind. And it's obviously going to force Nemiga into an awkward situation where they're not really going to be able to get a full buy. But MDS, getting 1, is able to bring things into an even Stevens. I can't speak into even Stevens as it goes 3 on 3. MDS low on HP though, trying to push forward over by I position. Manages to beat the Molotov and he's Crucial. Going to be ready for this one. Doesn't look like he is. Gets caught out. Robin is able to trade that one back into the 2-on-2. Surreal with 1 more. Leaves it just up towards Speedak. AK in hand, 2 players to find. Surreal is low on HP, so Robin needs to be careful that he doesn't give himself up too easily here as Speedak pushes forward. Has the bomb on his back and 25 seconds on the clock to work with. Where did he go for the plant? Drop the Molotov over towards Surreal's position. Just hold him back, and Surreal's actually just going to go try and push through it. The nade goes forward and Endpoint. That's a nice HE that lands on Speedak's head, puts him on 45. And Surreal trying to push forward. Will eventually find the shot. It's a bit awkward. I think Speedak probably had a chance or two to close things out, but fully blinded, not able to recover in time. It is Surreal with just the 15 points of health, who does find a 10th. It's a close round. Plenty of money, though, for Endpoint to get the full buy free once again, especially with that AWP saved. It's going to be shifted over into the hands of Crucial. I mean, they could go for the double AWPs if they wanted to at this point. I'm sorry. What's wrong with being from Stockport, Addison Toast? How do you know I'm from Stockport either? Wait. Hang on. How do you... Right. Firstly, how do you know I'm from Stockport? Secondly, why is being from Stockport bad? That's a bit rude. Bit rude, that. I'll tell you what is rude as well. Surreal finding an opening kill into a Lollipop. No mercy shown. He's going to get a second as well. Speedak. No chance against Kia. Much like the hatchback, here is a very reliable piece of kit. 19 Max is going to be able to find another one as well with that FAMAS over towards A. Nice flashbang from Thomas sets him up for that one, and Crucial's AWP splatters blood across the wall. His brain's just everywhere. It's a bit of a gruesome sight. We're going to need to get the cleanup detail in pretty shortly. Clean up these Nemiga players, as it's going to be an 11th surely on the cards here for Endpoint. Just Boxig left. Boxig trying to push forward. 24 seconds to work with. 1 versus 5. I'm not really sure why he's attempting this one. I mean, I can admire his courage and his audacity. But, yeah, there we go. Just absolutely nailed. Rinsed and repeated over and over again. Get this one on the video sharing site with a similar logo to YouTube, but with orange and black instead. I sound like I'm from Stockport, and I didn't really know that people from Stockport sounded like we're from Stockport. I just thought we didn't sound Mancunian. Well, we sound slightly Mancunian, but just not as much. So we're alright. It says on my Twitter... Oh, right, okay. I didn't realise it said I was from Stockport on Twitter. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, I respect that. Nice opening kill from Mighty Max. Just against most of the pistols here. Boxig does have an AK, but oh, Mighty Max. That is absolutely just sexy sacks there. MDS, the last player alive, just get a clean shot on towards Thomas with the Deagle. Now can pick up an AK-47 if he does desire, as well as the bomb. 3 more players to find, though. Crucial posted up with the AWP, just watching for him over on the ramp, and Surreal posted watching towards Ivy. Either way, Nemiga, oh well, either way MDS decides to go here. He's probably going to be dead. And yes, he is. He's dead. Crucial really needs to stop with the dual out. Actually, you know what? Keep the dual Brett as Crucial, as long as you can let me yeehaw my way to into the next round. If you can open up this next round with a yeehaw, all will be forgiven, because I love the yeehaw. Ride him, cowgirl. Ooh, okay. A cheeky opening from Boxig there. Just take down Robin early on over towards the B stairs, and well, that's not what Endpoint wanted from that push. That's definitely not. Surreal tries to answer back with the line up through the catwalk in reverse, but doesn't quite get the timing for it. Right, I'm really tired of people in the chat bullying Stockport. It's a nice place to live. It's not just a fake Manchester. For Manchester is just better. It's just a better place all round, as Mighty Max would be wishing he was in a better place. As Jayo takes him out of the round, he was able to find one before getting catapulted into sadness. Crucial's going to throw a smoke at his teammate. He's obviously displeased with things, but that's a nice opening shot. Goes for the repeat, a little bit wide. Now leaves his teammates exposed. Thomas can't find anything. Leaves it all up to Surreal 1 versus 3. But they line up for him, and he gets a quick double. How huge is that? Leaving just MDS with 8 points of health. 3 bullets in the mag, and Surreal can't do it. I thought for a moment that the lineup might be there for Surreal to get that final shot off, but it is Nemiga who just about wriggle their way into a 13th round. Endpoint, they do have the money to buy up here. They've got Crucial on the AWP. Surreal can buy and drop one as well. So they're going to have a pretty decent buy. Thomas a little bit light here. Actually, they get 4 M4s and an AWP through. That's pretty decent. Stockport is just a train station, a viaduct, and a bus. That's actually pretty true. That's pretty true, to be fair. Yeah, a viaduct isn't... A viaduct is a train line. It's a travel platform, not a water one. It's just to get the trains from one side of the valley to the other. Come on, please tell me you know how a viaduct works. Do CSGO casters do it as a full-time job? Depends who you're talking about. Depends which caster or which group of casters you're talking about. Surreal is had enough. Wishes he won that last clutch, trying to make up for it. Him and Robin towards the B. Oh my god, they're just absolutely rinsing Nemiga. Ain't no rest for the wicked. Nemiga don't grow on trees because there's only one of them left. And a 1 versus 5 Endpoint. They are going to be loving this one. This is going to be a nice boost to their economy as well. If they can keep all 5 players surviving as well. I mean, there goes the 5th. Robin does fall. And that was just Surreal next up in line. Does have support coming over though, and he's going to try and finish this one out before it gets out of hand, and he will do so. So 4 players surviving, pretty decent for Endpoint. Definitely a nice boost to the economy. Robin can certainly buy himself a new rifle up. What the hell has happened in chat? Thank you. Yeah, I do pride myself, Addison Toast, on being the #1 caster from Stockport. So, yeah, thank you. It's a really great honour. I look forward to accepting my award in person at the annual no-name unusual speaker awards. The ANUS. Or for sure, ANUS. The ANUS Awards. I look forward. That was really long-winded and not worth the joke. Well, I've just realised Endpoint. I probably should have been looking at this round because they were fighting against mostly just pistols here from Nemiga, and they've managed to put themselves into a position where they're losing. Boxing finds another kill as well. Thomas to fall. It is just Crucial and Mighty Max to try and find something. Crucial, he is definitely in Cyclops mode. Looks like they're just going to try and save this all up in the M4, 2 versus 4. Although a lot of damage was done towards an Amiga side, it's just the sheer numbers that are still alive that are going to just turn Endpoint off from this one. So Nemiga going to ping themselves back into the lead, a 14-13 scoreline on Endpoint's map pick. They are going to have enough money to buy up in the next round, though. Having 4 players live in the previous will help them with that, as well as Crucial and Mighty Max surviving. That'll allow a couple drops to come through. Surreal can probably buy himself. Maybe. Either way, they're going to have at least 4 weapons, so that's not too bad going. Oh, you followed me on Twitter. Oh, you cutie. Yeah, definitely worth the trade there. A lifetime of sadness for one more follower. Worth it. And thank you for the compliments as well. It does actually mean a great deal to me, that all of the compliments. So yeah, thank you. I hope that I can actually do this full time and not just bleed money out for my ANUS awards. But Nemiga, they've got another round possibly on the cards here. Can you wallbang that? I guess if you go through the middle there, it works. Does a bit of damage towards Surreal, makes him a little uncomfortable, I guess. Nothing more really gained from that. Okay, I guess they're clearing out the top of the ladder room. I was about to say, is Jayu Molotoving his teammate off from climbing up the ladder? Then I realised, hang on a second, he's probably just making sure that the room's clear. Which makes a lot more sense, and I'd expect Nemiga to be able to understand you do have a player at the top and bottom of the ladder. They're not just going to sit there fighting each other for the rest of the round. This is such a powerful angle that Surreal's holding right now. It's just so hard to deal with as a terrorist as you push through there. Just because of the sort of way it lines up. The CT's able just to spot out the legs just before the T can answer back, but over towards Ivy, it's Mighty Max who's able to find an opening kill. Him and Thomas currently sandwiched in, and they're going to get lined up as well by Jayu, swinging it back into Nemiga's favour as the push comes in towards his A site. The smokes are going to hold back these British players, keeping them to the back of the site. Another nade though. Beautiful nade, and a follow-up spray from Robin does bring it into the advantage for Endpoint, bringing it actually into a 2-on-2. Jayu and Lollipop to try and hold things out as Jayu almost gets another line up there of two. Only able to find the one on Robin. Now it's crucial. 1 versus 1. He brings that one out perfectly. No idea why Lollipop took the peek there. The bomb hadn't been touched. Crucial just baits him to perfection and ties things up now. 14-14. They're going to deny Nemiga map point for now. Yeah, I don't know why Lollipop peeked that one. A bit weird. A bit uncalled for. Could say he's from Stockport. Oh, self-roast. You hate to see it. Oh. If you can't laugh, what are you doing in your life, eh? If you can't laugh. Endpoint, despite winning the previous round, they do have just a couple SMGs alongside the 2 M4s and that AWP saved by Crucial. Matt gonna have to smoke himself off over by the sandbags. As soon as the Molotov comes in, he does do that. And a flashbang from Thomas to try and get him out of cover here. Actually, he's just going to stay put, maybe hoping that a flashbang baits Nemiga out into thinking that maybe Mighty Max has moved from that position. Yeah, sorry, that Stockport joke was a joke from earlier in the stream. Sorry. Sorry to people who aren't cultured enough to watch the entire thing. I hate my life. Nemiga, they're going to be pushing in towards his B site, and with a couple players to defend for Endpoint, they might be able to get the job done here and try and find map point first, but it's going to be up to mostly towards Crucial's AWP here in the further back position. Surreal is around the smoke. Has he not spotted Jayu? There we go, finally. The kills lighting up the charts for Endpoint. Eventually MDS finds one, but Crucial will not stop, and it will be Endpoint on 15. Map point to them. Nemiga, can they force overtime in this first map, or is Endpoint going to be able to take it 16-14, take their own map pick 16-14? It's probably quite necessary. I'd say it's a necessary requirement to winning out a best of 3 is generally taking your own map pick. You don't often see teams trading map picks. And with this pause coming through, Nemiga, they've got on a few AK-47s up. They've got Speedak and Gyro still yet to buy. And they're at 3.3 and 2.9, so it's probably going to be SMGs for them, maybe Deagles instead, which Gyro does invest into. Speedak can probably get himself either a Gleel, an SMG, something of that nature. Endpoint, keeping plenty of players alive in the previous round. They're going to have everything they need into this one. I think Surreal, does he have a weapon anywhere? Doesn't look like it, but Crucial or Mighty Max could buy him. They can drop him a rifle, which I hope they do. I'd hate to see Surreal have to buy himself a FAMAS or something. That'd just be a bit of a crease on cake. And it looks like Mighty Max will be the one to probably drop him. As Crucial has just dipped down below 2.9. It makes more sense for Crucial. Sorry, for Mighty Max to buy him. And actually, who? Was it Thomas who just dropped him then? I'm confused. Mighty Max surely going to drop Thomas now instead. Someone, please just sort out this buy. Please just, Mighty Max, drop one of them. This has gone on long enough. No, okay. Really? Thomas buys himself a FAMAS? Mighty Max and Crucial both have 2.9k. Why would you not, like, just lose one of the flashbangs and buy an M4 for Thomas? Surely that just makes so much more sense. Give up one flashbang for it. Even if you just buy the FAMAS for Thomas. I mean, I know I can get full utility still and all that, but it just feels wrong leaving Thomas on a FAMAS like that. Why are you? Why are you doing Thomas dirty like that? I mean, either way, it's better than Nemiga's buy. 3 AK-47s, a couple Deagles, but knowing Nemiga and Endpoint, it's probably going to be Nemiga finding the 15th here off the back of this just awful buy. And why is there a smoke on the roof? What is going on? Who threw that? Show yourselves. You're required to speak in front of the council. Council of smoke criminals, but not the good type. These are the dastardly roof smokers. Yeah, we'll go with that. Either way, as the roof smoke fades, its strategic potential starts to dwindle. As Nemiga definitely look like they want to hit this A site. There's a lot of just bullets flying. Thomas eventually finds one kill. MBS trying to trade back, running through the smoke. Put Thomas up close. He's just going to absolutely nail him. Looking for more. Lollipop is going to be able to find a couple in return, though, as they go a bit too aggressive. Crucial's AWP brings things back in their favour as the Ivy player gets knocked out of action. Just Boxig and Speedak left. Try and sliver the way into a round. 10 seconds on the clock, though. They're running out of time. Crucial up close, and Robin finding one. Oh dear. Crucial, please find the shot. No! Crucial! Speedak's now given a huge chance here. Bomb planted. He's able to pick up a rifle. How's he? Oh no! How's he still alive? Oh! Surreal just about does it for Endpoint to find the 16th. That was a horrible PTSD flashback extravaganza.